What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I'm going to be doing some additional renovations and updates to my studio space. Now if you look at my current background and studio space, or at least what's on camera, you'll notice in most of my latest videos that I now have this cabinet as my backdrop. Now I've slowly been renovating my office and studio space over time, and although it's been kind of slow, there has been some progress. Now hopefully at some point I'll be able to do a whole new studio tour that includes footage of the entire studio rebuild and everything that I built, changed, or updated once I'm done getting everything complete, or at least near complete. Now going back to today's video, because it is a bit echoey in here, which is why I typically use a lavalier microphone a majority of the time, I'm going to be installing some soundproofing and paneling on some of my walls to help cushion some of that echo. Now originally I had envisioned building my own soundproofing, but luckily a company named ArrowZoom reached out to me and sent out these panels for me to install and test out. Now the good thing about ArrowZoom is that they're a company that specializes in sound solutions and offers all kinds of soundproofing, sound absorbing, and foam products specifically for spaces just to help filter out any unwanted noises or echoes. They've also got a ton of products on their website and even offer up customizable solutions at very affordable prices. Anyways, stay tuned and we'll talk more about this product that they sent me, and we'll set it up and then we'll see how well these soundproofing panels work. Now my studio space over the last couple of months has been constantly changing. And along with that, so has the need for better soundproofing. Now if you remember, some of my older videos, you'll notice that I did have some foam panels installed. However, these were pretty cheap solutions that I did find on Amazon that didn't stick very well, and they eventually fell apart. Now since then, for most of my latest videos, I've reconfigured the entire room as well as building this shelf system behind me, which has added all kinds of reverb surfaces that sounds can bounce off of. Now I also did lay down a rug that did help with the soundproofing a little bit, but that only makes a little bit of a difference when it comes to reducing the overall echo that you hear in the room. So for today's video, I did end up choosing this pack of 24 hexagon felt sound absorbing wall panels in white and blue, really because I wanted sound absorbing panels that I could uniquely configure in different types of patterns. Now typically when you're doing soundproofing, you want pretty thick foam, just really because it's better at insulating and absorbing sound waves. And if you think about it, the thicker the foam panels are, the more sound waves they can absorb. Now in my case, I did decide to start with panels that are more aesthetically pleasing. And because most of the time I do use a lavalier, hopefully later I can add more and thicker foam padding and color padding to help absorb more of the sound that's reverbing around my studio. Now what you'll notice is that these do come packaged pretty standard in this plastic wrap, and what's nice is that they do have installation instructions as well as a barcode that you can scan to take you directly to ArrowZoom's site on the plastic itself. So just to take a look at these panels, what you'll notice is this is the pack of 24 in a mixture of both the white color as well as this nice looking light blue color, which is a perfect look for my entire studio space, just because most of the stuff that I have in this studio is white or blue, so fits perfectly for my design. And I actually customized this package on my own and chose the colors myself. And what I also noticed that came with the package is this little survey or coupon form that if you fill it out, take a picture of your setup and send it back to them, they'll go ahead and refund you $10 in credit once they receive this little card back from you. So that's an additional discount that you can get. Now the good thing about ArrowZoom, if you visit their site, is that they've got a nice variety of panels for any style room, and are great for singers, musicians, producers, gamers, artists, and really any content creator there is. And they also offer customizable configurations, sizes, colors, materials, and any kind of combination for pretty much anyone's needs. So they're pretty much a one-stop shop for any sound absorption or soundproofing need that you might have. And they're pretty affordable as well. Now the other good thing about these sound absorbing wall panels, and also something that I did not expect, is that these are self-adhesive by simply removing the backing on the panels themselves. And if that's not enough for you, ArrowZoom also included this huge roll of Velcro tape, just in case, for example, I wanted the option to be able to easily reconfigure the panel placement over time. Now what's nice about this is because they are Velcro, it does allow you to stick and remove the panels anytime or anywhere you want them. So a lot of customization and a lot of customizability with these panels themselves. Now when it comes to the panels themselves, they do feel like really good quality panels, and they aren't necessarily that thick, but when I do look at them from the side, it does look like that they are a bunch of fibers that are super compressed. So they might not absorb a lot of sound, but then again, because it is super compressed, and because I'm basically talking into them, I do hear some kind of muffling of the sound. So, it might not absorb all the sound, but I think they do a really good job, at least from what I'm hearing, speaking directly into them. And although they aren't that thick, I did ask for these because I was more interested in the aesthetic and the customizable colors and the look of the panels themselves rather than the sound absorbing capabilities, since I do use a wireless microphone and lavalier a majority of the time. Now when it comes to installation, they are super easy to install, and like I mentioned before, all you have to do is remove the backing and stick it to the wall without really any kind of effort at all. Now when it comes to placement and layout of these wall panels, that's really going to be something that's up to you based on your room and the design and the effect that you're actually looking to achieve. Now a bit of advice and what I would recommend based on what I learned when I was putting up my sound panels is to put as many panels together rather than spacing them out individually for the best impact when it comes to sound dampening and echo reduction. The closer and the more panels you put together, the better impact you'll have when it comes to sound absorption for any echoes or any kind of reverb. Now for the purpose of this video and to give you an example of what the sound difference is once you install the panels, this is what the sound sounds like before I installed the sound absorbing wall panels just using my overhead boom mic, which is why the audio is a little bit different in this video. So as you can hear, the echo and the reverb is really not that bad, but that's primarily because I added some carpet to my vinyl flooring. There is still a little bit of echo and a little bit of reverb that you're hearing from my audio, but again, this is without the padding installed. Now, in comparison, this is what it sounds like after I've added all 24 panels of tiles to my walls. So as you can hear, it's a little bit better and there is not as much of an echo. However, because these are the thinner panels, they are basically absorbing a lot less than some of those larger foam panels. And in some cases, they are just reflecting the sound waves among each other while dampening them. But it's definitely a lot better sounding in this studio now that these panels are installed. Now, from a design perspective, I just love the way these panels look and how they complement the color scheme of my office studio space. Now, I do plan on ordering some more soundproofing kits from ArrowZoom, especially for the corners and the doors as I'm finalizing the overall layout and build out of my studio space. Anyways, this is just a quick video on the installation and just my review of these sound panels from ArrowZoom. Be sure to check out ArrowZoom's website link in the video description section below. Now, like I mentioned earlier in this video, I did try some of the cheaper Amazon solutions for soundproofing, and they ended up being a lot thinner and a lot lighter overall. And in time, really, they just fell apart and were less reliable. Now, when it comes to these sound panels, I do think that you'll be pleasantly surprised and impressed with the quality of these panels from ArrowZoom. So definitely give them a shot and let me know what you think in the comments section below. Now, if you do decide to order anything from ArrowZoom, make sure you do use my discount code AZ-CLOH to get an exclusive 10% off your order store-wide. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Make sure you also ring that bell icon on your way out to get notified when I post new content. And until next time, see ya.